Hernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
What's up?
What's up? What's that commercial you got playing?
Watching the Yankees.
Oh.
Watching Teixeira.
Yeah? Did he cry?
No, he didn't. He didn't really do, like, to me, like, anything amazing for him. You know what I'm saying? Just went out there. A couple of people came out. Said, like, nobody from the... Only two guys from the team gave him a base that was signed. No one spoke to him. Old...
Yeah, because, I mean, think about it, though. Like, Teixeira, good Yankee, good player,
yeah.
But he really was good, like, 1 year of the 8, the first year. He's been injured. I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't been on the field. No fault of his own.
Right.
He's just been, like, so it was like a bittersweet type Yankees
It's a retirement, you know what I mean? Like Girardi was saying, it's just that you know that the guy, I mean, he still has a ton of power and his glove is still amazing. But he says the injuries hurt him for the prep. Like, he can't get ready for a game because he hurts so much.
Yeah, and he was never like I wouldn't say not embraced, but he just, you know, like he didn't have the opportunity to do great things.
Right.
So that's why they gave him a lukewarm, probably.
Yeah. I mean, he was there.
Off.
He helped us win a championship. From 2008 to 2011, he hit over 30 home runs and 100 RBIs in those. So that was, you know.
Yeah.
So.
He had 10 straight years of 30 home runs, 100 RBIs.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
See, I think the same thing will happen with CC Sabathia. It's like when he goes, it'll just be like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Here's a base, couple balls, fucking hit the bricks. You know, you were great. You know, we got a championship, but it's not like you're going to Monument Park, buddy.
Yeah. That number's going to somebody else. Thanks for coming.
No, you were great.
Yeah.
When you weren't real fat. It was great. But
actually, he had a good season this year, man.
No, he did. He had a good season.
The thing is
he had a good bullpens helped him out a lot this season. He used to be like a horse, pitch complete games.
Right.
You know, he had a good season for him based on his past couple seasons.
Right.
But you know, that's just the way baseball is. You pay people for what they did in the past, and then they deteriorate.
Yeah.
Right before your eyes.
Dude, I remember I had a dream. It must have been 2 nights ago, because I don't think it was last night, that me and you were talking about Sanchez. And we were talking about the playoffs. And that we didn't make the playoffs out, but it's going to be a great year next year. And you said, too bad what they're doing with Sanchez. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, they're going to give him a whole year off because he wants to pursue this, like, artistic thing he wants to do. And the Yankees are going to let him do that. And I was like, I don't even understand what you're trying to tell me right now, Joe. And you were like, yeah, it's a thing. Like, he's got a gift, and they don't want him to squander this gift, so they give him a year off to let him, you know, pursue that. And then he's going to come back in the following season. I was like, how come you're all right with this? I was so angry at you for being all right with it. But it was now, I woke up today. I'm driving today. I was like, man, that sucks about Sanchez next season. I'm like, did that really happen? Then I start thinking about, like, the story. I'm like, did that really? Is Sanchez not playing next year? What the?
Yeah.
Was that a real thing? And I realized it couldn't have been a real thing.
Imagine that, though. Sanchez is like, yeah, I have a strong desire to paint paintings on the heads of pinheads through a microscope.
Yeah, and he has an amazing. The dream. We were playing pool at that hotel, and we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And you were like, man,
believe it, Gary Sanchez. He likes to paint gay erotic porn on pinheads.
You didn't say it sarcastically. You said it so like you embraced it.
How could you not? I'd embrace it if he had to.
You're like, yeah, so they're going to give him a year off so he doesn't squander this. He has a unique gift, and I forget what it was. It was artistic or something. He has a unique gift, and they want him to explore it for a year so he doesn't squander this opportunity. I'm like, what?
It's one hell of a dream you have there.
Yeah, I'm creative, even in my dreams.
Yeah. I always have nightmares. I rarely have like awesome dreams.
Because you're a nightmare when you walk. Like this, you're always. Why would your dreams? You're always in nightmare mode. Why would going to sleep give you a break from that?
I had an awful dream. I was, I got caught, with the off-leash dog. I had a dream that I'm walking these trails with other hikers. We all have off-leash dogs, and the guy that wrote me a ticket,
right?
He showed up with like other cops, and they were like, they threw these like grenades right? That just shot these like arrows out of them and like killed our dogs. They're like, that's it. Like that was the punishment. I'm like, you killed our fucking dogs? I was so sad. Like these weird like fucking bombs that just that's how they stopped us. They're like, that's it. You guys aren't listening.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you looked into it, but I think that is the next step. Dart grenades.
Well, if you don't want me to join ISIS,
Yeah.
yeah, you better not fuck with my dog. If the government kills my dog, I will. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Trying to overtake the government.
Right.
With radical whatever fucking religion I create as a result.
Corgiism.
Corgiism.
I'm a corgiist.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now.
Yeah. I'm fucking
Live on a compound in Texas.
Oh, yeah. I always have like weird dreams that end in like fucking like I'm either falling off a cliff or somebody's getting killed. Like it's never like, this is a nice boat ride in Bora Bora.
Yeah.
I can never get a relax. That's why, like, you know, because the Fitbit tracks my sleep. I've been waking up 3 times a night, walking around somewhere. So I'm tortured soul. I'm just
but that's, I mean, why would your dreams be that much different than your tortured world that you live in every day in your brain?
Because I feel like the universe should give me reprieve.
Give you a break.
Give me I'm tortured I wake up tortured. I suffer.
I mean, that corgi dream with the grenade sounds bad, but what you do right now in your head is probably a lot worse than that.
I mean, I'm pretty happy most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
like I just want like nice dreams. Like I used to have nice dreams of like, you know,
lilies,
fucking, you know, broads and boats and fucking food and shit. Just like you're like, this is nice.
You know what it is, man? I really think the older you get, the more the reality is that your brain can't even trick its dream state. Like, you can't even, like, let's dream about going to Paris. Like, you don't have money to go to Paris, you fuck nut. You're going to dream about getting killed by a mass murderer in your shitty bed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, our brains won't even let us dream anymore because we're too old and, you know, cynical.
Yeah, I'll have, like, shit, like, meaningless dreams. It's like, I'll dream I woke up to have to go to work. And then, like, I'm getting ready for work, and in the middle of getting ready for work, I wake up and I have to go to work. I'm like, I got to do this again?
Right.
The fuck kind of dickhead nightmare is that? It's like not even weird enough for me to know I'm dreaming.
Right.
And then I wake up, and it's like, I got to do this all over again? I just brushed my teeth. It's just like, what? Like, it's like, that's why you're like, the devil is fucking with me. The devil wants me dead. Like, it wants to drive me nuts with, like, a lame dream.
You like dust in your house, like unpacking a closet. That's your dream.
Yeah, I'm organizing a shelf. Yeah, now that would be a nightmare because Carrie, my wife, would be like, organizing what?
Yeah.
Not in your wildest dreams with Jovi.
It might be in her fantasy, like in her good dream, her dream.
Yeah. Please. I wish he would wake up and do that in his sleep. I wish he would sleepwalk and organize, you clutter and spaz. That's what she says, my big negative, because she's such a clean freak. She's like, you're just a clutterer. You're not even dirty. You just put shit places and don't put it back. You just put shit. You have your little piles. But she did train me to like pile just like in our corner of our room now, like on my desk.
Yes.
That's why she can't wait to get this new room built. So I'm going to be cluttering in there, kind of away from her.
Yeah.
Like she's my little room to clutter.
It's not going to want to go in that room.
Yeah.
It's going to aggravate her, that room.
I just have I have like this weird thing, like, I don't know, like I'm always like saving papers and stuff. Like I may need this. Me too.
I have a report card saved from my son, like second market period of senior year. He's out of high school, but I have his report card right here in my one slot in my desk just in case we need a report. When were you gonna? He's out of high school. You got a diploma. You're holding on to his second market period report card. Oh, yeah. Every time I go to throw stuff out, I let me hold on to that. You never know.
Yeah. See, my dad saved my dad had one of my report cards at work at a frame. I got like straight D's. He was like so proud. He was like, Joey's trying.
It's almost like the Rudy story, but different.
Yeah, almost. When I made Dean's List in college, he was like going to have a heart attack. He's like because he always felt that I had potential.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, as you get through high school, you're just getting through. He's like, he don't have potential. And then he was like, oh, my God, he actually does have something.
Right, right.
Like, he's not dumb. He's just bored.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I think my son is so smart. He's quick. He figures, he's very smart. And he knows, like, a little bit about history, likes history.
Yeah.
But it's that desire to want to do that. To want to expand your mind. It takes effort and it takes conscious effort and desire to learn. It just doesn't happen.
No, yeah, and you have to be interested. But I feel like in high school, if I wasn't so busy trying to get laid,
yeah, I
could have like I was trying to get that first one under my belt, so it was like I couldn't. Yeah. I was just clouded. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if they could have got me like a loss of virginity in like 8th grade,
right.
I could have excelled in high school, man. Because it would have been out of the way.
Really, that was my whole high school was just wanting to hang out and drink and get high and drink.
Well, that was all encompassing with that.
I mean, yeah, of course, girls were on my mind, but that's not what made me go out and hang out and drink. That was the second thing. I wanted to hang out and drink, get high, and then girls were there.
No, it was all about the girls.
I remember we always went somewhere where we knew there was going to be girls.
Yeah.
But I liked the getting high part of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I like hanging out. I loved hanging out so much that I didn't want to go to class. I wanted to hang out all the time.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem.
Yeah.
I never, from freshman year, when I got kicked out of, I went to a Catholic high school. I got kicked out, like, middle of freshman year.
Yeah.
Then I had to go to a public high school. When I went to the high school, I started cutting, like, one of the lunch periods. Like, so if I had 6-period lunch, I would cut whatever class was 5th. I would just cut it. Mm-hmm. So I have double lunch.
Right.
And I learned that going to high. So, like, my whole 4 years of high school, whatever was on a lunch period, I was failing that class.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going.
Right.
So, like, I kept, like, this one woman, it was, like, junior year of high school. I could have really, my life could have taken a whole different course. If in junior year of high school, I took typing, or, you know, like, keyboard, but it was typing then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I took bookkeeping. It was bookkeeping. So I took bookkeeping, and in the first 3 weeks, our teacher had a heart attack. A woman had a heart attack, so she was out for like 4 months. When she left, they had substitutes.
Okay.
And the substitutes, I was like, I'm not fucking coming for a sub. It's not happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was during a lunch. I'm like, this is not happening. It's not happening. I have 2 lunches. This is what's happening junior year. So I just went out to lunch. I had 3 lunches, actually. So I cut 5th. It was 4th period. I cut that, cut 5th, and then 6th was my lunch. I had 3 lunches.
Okay.
I just was out pitching quarters and not going to fucking bookkeeping. Well,
and not going to bookkeeping.
And then there was like 2 weeks there was a guy, and then the 3rd week there was like an Indian dude. He was like this really cool Indian dude. And I stopped in. He's like, man, just, I'll mark you in. Don't even worry about it. Right. So he was like a real cool dude. So he would mark me in. So I thought he was still there. Well, he wasn't. And the teacher came back. And she was there for like 2-3 months, and I'm never in class. And she puts one of the girls that was in class like, do you know Mike Gaffney? And they're like, yeah, I know him. It's like, is he alive? Is he going to come to class? So I come into class one day. Some girl goes, yo, man, she's been looking for you. I'm like, I'll go in, see what's up. So I'm sitting in class. She's like, who are you? I'm like, Mike Gaffney. She's like, oh, my God. She pulled me aside. She said, listen, if you could just come to 3 times a week. She made a deal with me. Come 3 times a week, I'll pass you, Mike. And I was like, all right, gone.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Failed book fucking keeping. Lost 3 credits because I didn't take fucking bookkeeping. Stupid, retarded classes. She was going to pass me anyhow. Senior year comes. I do this thing. It's called fire, police, and law, where you go to school until 12 o'clock. You leave at 12. You go to fire school for 3 months, police academy for 2, and then like a law school for 2.
Yeah.
And you learn all these different trades, like learn how to be a fireman, a cop, or like a paralegal.
Wow.
And you're not in school. You leave at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
So
that's insane. That's some serious class for high school. I was like in silkscreen class, huffing glue in the corner.
It was awesome. So I go the first two months of school. I'm going to fire school, and my guidance counselor calls me in and said, "You're 3 credits short for graduating, so you can't take that afternoon class. You have to take all classes. You have to fill up your afternoon schedule."
Oh wow!
So I had to fill up my afternoon schedule in order to get enough credits to graduate. So that I couldn't do those awesome school things anymore. So then I had to be in school all day taking shit that I didn't want to take just to get enough credits. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck this. And I cut every day. And then like a month left in senior year, I quit. I quit high school. A month left in senior year. So I came back the following year, and I went 3 weeks the next year after my senior year. So I was like, I'll fucking see if I can graduate this year. And 3 weeks in, I was like, I can't. I'm fucking quit. I quit. And they were like, go take a test. If you pass the test, we'll give you a diploma. If you don't pass the test, you got to go to night school. I took a test, passed. They gave me a diploma. That's how I graduated.
Yeah, I graduated kind of similar. My dad threatened to sue the school if they let me graduate.
Oh, really?
He goes, my son has done nothing. You can't let him keep getting over. You're encouraging it. They're like that. We're like, we don't want him here. I mean, he's fine. He's not like a menace, but he just disrupts the class. He's fucking, it's just not working here.
Yeah.
Like, then they were like, so I went to rehab my senior year of high school, so I was kind of behind a little bit.
Right.
And then they're like, you have to write this like one paper and you'll graduate. And like, I still haven't written that paper. Like, I go to my guidance counselor's like, where's the paper? I'm like, yeah, I was doing shit. He's like, really? And he's like, all right, let me see what I can do. And then I graduated.
Right.
They were just like, what's it like?
Good enough.
What are we going to do keeping him back here? We're going to have to deal with this a whole nother year.
Yeah. What's it going to do for him? He's going to get enlightened.
Yeah. No, I knew I knew I wasn't going back to school. I wasn't going to be no super senior.
Yeah, I was a super senior for 3 weeks.
And that my friend did that. And then he dropped out because he felt embarrassed.
I dropped out because I knew I wasn't going to go to school. I was like, well, I'm going to just kind of cut another year. Why don't I just not do this?
Yeah.
And when I talked to my guidance counselor, she gave me that option. Listen, if you take the test and you pass, we'll just give you a diploma. If you don't, you have to go to school, night school, and learn all the things you don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know everything. Everything you taught me stuck. I just don't like being in this building.
There was nothing. At college, I was on Dean's List every semester. Great student.
Because you were taking stuff you wanted to be, you were interested in.
Yeah, but even the stuff I was interested in, it was just good teachers.
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was all about, like, for me, we didn't have, like, online pornography to get my mind free.
Yeah.
It was just, like, very, I was so focused on girls that, like, once I was already, like having I already had a good sex life at that point. So, like, that was off the table.
Yeah.
And then once I got off drugs, it was, like, I really had nothing holding me back.
Right.
Because I was 6 months clean when I went to college.
Right.
I went to college when I was not clean, and that lasted about 3 weeks. I was like, I met like one kid. He's like, I got this great weed. I'm like, yeah, awesome. We smoked after class. I don't think we ever went back to class. I was like, oh, you're my new best friend.
I went to college. I went to community college. I was turned 20 years old. I was sniffing coke, probably smoking crack too, but mostly sniffing coke at the time. And I went to college. I worked at this place, Silverstein Paints, and I wrote on the calendar my days I had college, and I spelled college wrong.
Yeah.
And my manager was like, if you can't spell the school, you're not allowed to go to it. Like, you can't even spell college. I put like a D in it. College. E-D-G-E.
Falling off to college.
That's the day I go to college. No, I'm not giving you off. But I went one semester. I had to take basic writing and math, right? Mm-hmm. The first semester. And The math guy, I was smoking 3 packs a day, right? Sniffing coke and smoking 3 packs a day, so I couldn't be sitting in class. So I kept walking out. It was a 3-hour class. I kept going out and smoking cigarettes. And he's like, Mr. Gaff, you can't go out. It's your thing, but you can't go out all the time.
Right.
And you disrupt the class by getting up. And I was like, yeah, I got a fucking bladder thing, man. I got to go to bed. And he's
got a bladder thing.
He's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'll put you right. And he made me sit like a desk right near the door so I wouldn't bother everybody. So I had like my own desk right next to the door, just go in and out, smoking cigarettes in the hallway. But, and then writing class. I take writing. I pass math. I don't even remember learning one fucking thing. And writing class, the woman was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass you. And I went, if you fail me, I will fucking knock you the fuck out. How's that sound? I got a B. That was my first semester of college. Then I went to the next semester. I wanted to be a psychologist. And the psychology teacher, took psychology 101. And she said, how many people here are working full-time and going to school full-time? And I was.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, it took me 17 years to get where you're at. And when she said that, I almost threw up. I'm like, you think I'm doing any of this for 17 fucking years? And I walked out and never went back to school.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it for that. I was getting high. I think I'm going to be. I can't barely get here for this one class you're giving me. You got 17 years of this? It was discouraging. Now I can look at it and see that what she meant by it, but at the time, it was so overwhelming. When she said 17 years, it overwhelmed me so much. I was like, fuck this.
Right.
Like I had so much else going on.
17 years is a long time.
It is a long time. I don't know what she didn't mean it took 17 years of schooling to get a fucking degree. I think she meant it took 17 years for her to get to her career she wanted.
Yeah.
Which was teaching psychology, I guess.
Right.
Which is still discouraging. You're in Bergen Community College. It's not like we're at fucking Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Right. This was your goal, to teach a bunch of fucking, 13 graders. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good job.
My mother she found a box of VHS tapes and she was checking them out, and one of them she said I didn't even know that they taped this. It was a tape of me in college in one of my speech writing classes.
Right.
And I was doing a persuasive speech on why we need needle exchange programs.
Right.
She's like, wow, you were really good with that. I'm like, I gotta watch that. I didn't even know that was on tape.
Right.
Because that was I remember I was working on my final film that semester.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold up. Teixeira's coming to his last at bat.
That's his last at bat?
I mean, his first at bat.
His last first at bat.
Yeah, he's coming to the game for the last time. That place is.
All right, we'll do the play-by-play like your announcer. We can't just sit and watch you watch that.
So yeah, he's up right now. Here comes the pitch. Everybody just sat down. Here comes the first pitch. Ball. It's a ball one.
All right, we're gonna let you get. You're
gonna inside.
Do the announcing through the whole.
I'm gonna shut your mouth. And strike. Off-speed pitch. It was I would say a curveball. Teixeira was taking the whole way. It's 1-1 in the 1-1. And Teixeira dribbles it to second, and there's 2 away. So, okay.
Got a good future in sports announcing. If you want. I like the sound effect.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I used to do it. Right? In the old days, I used to hit like a shoe on a hammer on a bat to give the sound effect when they were giving a baseball game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. When they were doing a baseball game that was away, that they weren't there, that they were getting the feedback from another, like they weren't at the stadium.
Oh, okay.
So they were giving the town the feedback on how their town's doing.
Yeah.
They were getting recorded into them, and they were simulcast broadcasting, but it's 1947. So they would hit bats like they were.
Ah, okay, cool.
Double. So anyway, transcript. What's your mom find? What was it? Go.
What? Transcript.
I don't know. The thing.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
It was just a video of me doing a persuasive speech. I want to see myself on video because I got an A on that. Even though I that's it. I remembered that I was making my final film for film class, which was what I wanted to be in college for.
Right.
And not public speaking, but I was a communications major, so I had to take it.
Okay.
And I didn't research the fucking paper, so I just made like all these fake charts and graphs and shit. And I did a persuasive speech on needle exchange programs, all bogus data.
Right.
And after the class, he goes, "I'm giving you an A," and he goes, "You know what? You're so full of shit." He goes, "That was all bullshit." He goes, "But I'm giving you an A because you persuaded everybody.
Right.
You persuaded the class to see your side." He goes, "Are you a political science major?" He goes, "Because you have this amazing ability to just look at a room full of people and totally lie to them with a smile." I was like, "I'm taking this as a compliment."
I don't see a negative yet.
I don't see a negative here. Hey, man, I was against the wall and I got that shit done.
Right. And you got an A.
That's it. Got an A because I was persuasive.
Right.
Even though it was all bullshit. I could draw nice charts. Pie charts, That's what I'm saying. I'm like, no one's gonna fact check me in the moment.
Now? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, this is without needle exchange. See this bar right there with needle exchange. Live saved. It's got to be real. He's got a fucking chart.
See the big chunk of pie? Dead people. See the small chunk of pie? Saved by needles.
Yeah. Let me tell you. I see it in the media all the time. You throw pie charts on, people fucking graph. They're like, what is a graph?
Yeah.
Of course it's a graph. Hillary's going to win. Switch channel.
The
Fox
blue one's
News,
higher.
here's a graph. Fucking Trump won the debate. Of course, it's a graph.
Yeah.
If you showed people a graph, you could convince them of anything.
Yeah, we're easy. Americans are easy.
Well, because we don't really care.
Yeah.
And we don't want to figure it out.
Yeah, we want you to really make it simple.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people on Facebook, those people who just regurgitate numbers they were given, like they just take an article they wrote and then post it and say what they see. Finally, somebody got it right. It's like you just took that guy's numbers and just say they're true.
Yeah.
You didn't fact check his numbers at all. You didn't look at that article and say, "Wow, this might be made up."
No, because we're a total cynical society now. Now we're fact checking the fact checkers. Like, yeah, who's fact checking the fact checkers? Who's fact checking the fact checkers? Fact checking. Be like, why don't we all just kill ourselves and fucking start over? Like nobody believes in anybody. It's just fucking everybody hates everybody.
I was just back to high school real quick. I freshman year, when I got kicked out of one school, I went to the other. I was taking science, and the science teacher when I came to that school, had already been out ill. So the substitute science teacher was the guy I met when I first came to school, and he was the football coach. That's who was teaching science. Now,
what's wrong with that?
Because he's a football coach.
Why? You can't have a smart football coach to teach you science?
I don't know about you, but every person I've ever run into to play football, they're very jock, not that bright. Yeah, and he's going to fit that category.
Oh, okay.
If he didn't fit that category, I wouldn't even tell the story because he was a smart fucking guy. He's a gym teacher / coach / now science professor. Our final exam, just so you know, I'm going to give you an example.
You guys were making, baking soda volcanoes?
Shut up. I'm going to tell you how bright so then you can understand why I said he was a football coach. Our final exam was you take slides, like little slides with like whatever's on there, little bacterias and amoebas and whatever, and look through the microscope at it, right? listen to this. And then just draw a picture of what you see through the microscope. Exactly. That was the final fucking exam for science. Okay? Yeah. He gave you 20 slides, and everyone had to draw a picture of what they saw in the slide. That was the fucking final exam.
Yeah.
All right? I decided not to take that final exam. I'm not coming to this. I'm going out with my friends. We went to their house. We got high, fucking sniffing their mom's codeine. We were fucking disasters, smoking weed, smoking dust in his mom. It was a disaster. What a day. We went to that kid's house. We all left. Me, these two kids from Jersey, like my part of Jersey, and this kid I always hung out with at lunch. Nice kid. Really good kid. We all went back to my friend Pat's house. And this kid Leo, sweetheart of a kid, Pat and Nikki Brando. Pat McVicker and Nick Brando were getting high, and this kid didn't do drugs, he didn't drink, he didn't do anything. He just was hanging out. He was just a good kid. And I wasn't really full blown yet. I was fucking 14 years old.
Right.
About to turn 15. So I was taking it easy, but whatever they were giving me, I did. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to argue. But Leo was like, "No, I don't do that stuff. Sorry, I don't do that stuff." And they were like, they tied him to a chair and just smacked him around. Just tied him and smacked him.
Why?
Because they were having fun, and they said it was fun. Leo was like, "Okay, I guess we're having fun. I don't feel like it's fun, but I guess we're having fun." Then Pat McVicker, like, he's tied to a chair, and Pat McVicker puts his foot on his chest and just kicks him, and he like falls over the chair. And we pick him up, and then we were doing stuff like we were choking ourselves out. You ever choke yourself out?
Yeah,
we were doing choking ourselves out, sniffing Cody. It was so fucking whack job. Then we start running around this kid's house, and then he ran into the bathroom, and the one dude that's not his house kicked the bathroom door in, just shattered it. Then we all get together, and we walk about a mile to a lumber store in Jersey City, Palisade Lumber, and we buy a door. We scrape together money. We buy a door to go replace the bathroom door. It's not even the same. It's just a door.
You didn't measure it or nothing? You just bought a door?
Nothing. We just bought a door.
Yeah.
It didn't look like any other door. It wasn't painted like any other door. We thought that was going to be good enough.
Imagine it worked, though. It's just nobody even recognized it was a different door.
It was primed. It wasn't painted. It was like nothing. It wasn't at all the same. It was a flat panel door. The other ones had like grooves in it. Like, it was just like nothing. It was no comparison. You would have been like, all right, that's not the same door. We put it in. It fit. We put it in, but it had no knob cut out. We didn't have the.
Oh, you didn't? You had to get the drill?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We didn't do that. We don't know how to do that. So we installed that part of the door, and then I left. I was like, all right, see you tomorrow at school, Pat. True story. I even talked to him recently. We reconnected on Facebook, and he never was able to. He was never allowed to hang out from the next day on. My whole life, I never hung out with him again. His fucking father was like, "You are not doing this anymore, you fucking degenerate. You're not going out with your friends. You're never." And he got locked up. His father locked him down, saved his life, because Pat and Anthony, they were kind of like nutty kids, man.
Taught him how to pick out proper doors and stuff.
He taught him how to.
He's a door salesman now.
No, you're never going out the door is what happened. You see the door, you're never walking out it.
Yeah.
And he never let that kid come out, man, ever. Never saw him again. I never saw him again. The next time I saw him, 3 years ago on Facebook. I was like, holy fuck. His father slammed it down. We talked about it. He's like, I'm grateful. I'm glad my father, but the science final that I didn't take, I got a B+.
Wow.
Yeah. A B+, and I didn't even take it. And I could have taken that one because all you're doing was drawing.
Drawing amoebas and what are they?
Parasites?
No, paramethiums or
Serious?
parameciums?
That's a movie, isn't it?
No. The one looks like a shoe.
What?
Paramecium, is it? It's like amoeba and paramecium. It's been a while since I've been in science class.
Joe, I don't know if you heard the story.
What?
I was sniffing codeine.
No, I know.
During all this part.
Now I need to know. Is it amoeba? That's what an amoeba looks like. It's kind of like a blob.
Yeah.
A paramecium. I think it's mecium. Mecium? Paramecium, yeah. It's like
nice.
It's like an oval. You drew that?
I didn't. I was getting high.
Yeah, okay. No, you're bringing me back to science class.
Oh, I'm glad.
Microscopes and shit.
Yeah. I found out the next day what it was. What was that final? Is it bro? He had us draw pictures. I was like, no, it's science. What was the science final? Not art final. What was the science final? Oh, yeah, draw amoebas. That was the final on science? They weren't shooting for the highest level of education.
I like science, dissecting frogs and eyeballs and shit.
That's science?
Yeah.
Is that biology?
Isn't biology a science?
Yeah, but it's not science. It's not called science class. It's called biology.
All right. whatever. I remember we did a sheep's eyeball.
Science, you learn like stars, fucking the way the Earth moves and shit like that. Biology, you will learn human body, and
Yeah.
what makes things tick.
I remember I got paired up with this girl. In,
Broad, you try to fuck.
We had the fucking sheep's eyeball. And I grabbed the fucking blade and I just jab it in. It squirts on like juice like all over her goggles, and she just vomited right on the table. I was like, wow! It was almost like they were connected. It was like pop, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Was that biology 1 or 2?
I don't know, man. Fucking, I was stoned and it was dead frogs. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think biology 1, frog. Biology 2
Was the
in my
eyeball?
school was the fucking skinned cats.
Oh no, we know. Dude, if I saw a skinned cat, I'd cry. Skinned cats? They did? No. How is Peter not saving the cats?
They were dead
Maybe
already.
pigs. They
Right,
don't mess
pigs.
with dogs and cats. Dude, dogs and cats are royalty in this country.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
they
way
were-
you were skinning cats.
They were nuts. We weren't skinning them. They came already
They
bald.
came.
Yeah,
you
skinned.
cutting open
And they
dead
were
cats?
I believe so. I didn't take biology 2. I didn't have to.
No, I moved on. I moved on after eyeball. I think I.
We did frogs. Was our big ta-da.
I like when you
one.
got to put the pins in the frogs, like
holes.
and it's like on the wax square. But I would
Yeah.
hold my frog up and dance with him with the pins, like I was like doing like a puppet show. They walk over like da 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 da. Then like he was flashing his insides that we opened
Yeah.
up, like he had like a jacket on. I'm like, yo, look at my spleen, bitch.
Did you dissect a squid?
Maybe.
Where you get they want you to take the pin out, so you get the pen with the ink.
Oh yeah, I think we did that.
Yeah. That was like the first. That was like the first thing he did. I thought that was cool. And then the frog was all right. It smelled. I didn't like the fucking smell of that shit.
Yeah, no.
And then I was given an option to take law or biology 2, and I was like, I'm gonna go with law. 'Cause I don't care. I don't want to cut anything else open. I don't like the smells.
They said, yo, dead cats. I'd be like, yo, switching to cooking. I don't want to be in this class no more. Got any other electives I can have that we don't involve the feline community?
Yeah, man. They were not cats that they were already, I guess, euthanized or maybe whatever.
I know, but that would make me sad. I don't know why. I mean, I've gutted deer that I've killed in my
Yeah,
life. There's something about dogs and cats.
Absolutely.
That's like whenever people show me videos on Facebook of suffering
I know.
home pets, I'm like, why do you want me to? I know what's going on. I don't need you to remind me.
Right.
I don't need your video. I don't want to see that. Dude, I saw a video of these firefighters they put a boat in this ice lake. There was a dog just stuck in the lake, holding on. He went out in the lake and broke through, and they went out there and saved him.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Made me cry yesterday, dude. I'm sitting there I'm like, get him. I'm like, I knew they were gonna save him, but I'm still if this dog who I never met dies on this video, I'm killing myself right at my computer desk. And then when they saved him, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Yeah, things are emotional. I can get emotional from any video I click.
It's helpless, man. The pet's
Yeah.
just helpless,
Yeah, I try not to watch any of them because it's useless. Because it's only going to make me cry.
Yeah. I'm getting gayer as I get older with that shit.
I don't mind watching something that does make me cry. I don't seek it out. When a video pops up that I know is going to make me cry, I try not to watch it. Now, sometimes, although I'm not one of those, patriotic Americans with fucking flags everywhere, but when I see a soldier comes home, those soldier comes home videos to their kids,
Yeah.
if I watch one of those, I'm in.
Ugh.
I'm balling. Like the ones at school. When
Oh,
the kids,
yeah.
And you're and the kid turns around, he's "Rah!" And the daughters grab their fathers for dear life. I'm like, "Rah!"
Well, recently, a mutual friend of ours on Facebook, her son, he's got a little baby. He's got hearing problems,
Right.
And they put something in his ear,
Aw.
and then she showed how he heard her voice for the first time. She spoke
Yeah.
and he double took. Bro, I mean, bawling, dude. I'm
Yeah.
bawling, especially because I know her.
Yeah,
So it made it even more like, oh my god, this kid is my hero. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know her, but I know I've seen videos of kids that this happened.
Yeah, you know her. She's from the program up by me.
Okay.
This girl Jen, and her. It's just watching that. Just, you know what, like videos like that, like little baby. He's already like having fucked up hearing, and you're like, man, what the fuck problems do I really have? Why do I ever complain?
Exactly.
This kid don't need this shit.
Right.
I have good hearing. I've had everything my whole life, perfect, health wise.
Tom, the owner of the Comedy Works, his daughter, she was born with, I don't know if I'm going to even say it right, but there's something, she's been having heart, like surgeries and like things since she's a baby.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him the last time I was there, and I was like, yeah, I saw, how's your daughter doing? He's like, yeah, she's good. He's like, she's happy. She's, sometimes she'll get winded, but for the most part, she's fine. She's at the doctors and the hospitals every other week for procedures.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's great. She's 5 years old. And she knows that she's not going to outlive her father. He's like, and she's great. She knows she's not going to outlive me. And he said that, dude, it took every inch of my body not to cry right there when he said it. And I was like, oh my God, that's going to kill you. And he's like, it doesn't. And you adjust and you enjoy the moments. It doesn't kill you.
Yeah, it makes it like everything matter. Probably.
Yeah.
That's just, that made my chest get warm.
Right?
Just you saying that.
Exactly. He's like, yes, she knows that she's not going to outlive me. And I was like, fuck, how do you even think? Like, I can't even think that I would be all right with it. But he said, you do become all right with it.
You just try to be normal.
Yeah.
Like,
but I remember seeing those videos of the little kid hearing for the first time, like a couple of years ago, but not that child you're talking about, like another video.
Yeah.
And I bawled my eyes out, and then Tommy Pope, there's a video, I posted it maybe like 2 years ago. Tommy Pope did a video where he heard for the first time.
Yeah.
Like he did like a video, like, and it's like his friend, like a scientist, like, and he's like, it was it's done perfectly. And he's like, oh, I can't believe I'm hearing, and he did all this thing, and then all of a sudden he hears, oh my God, and he's like, oh, what in that, and it was like his wife came in the room.
Yeah.
and he was like, he didn't want to hear her voice, and then she talked again, and he ripped the thing out of his ear that was saving. He was like, bing, and he went to not hearing again, and he was like, with a big smile on his face, like life was good.
Nah, that happens to a lot of people that get these hearing things. Take them out because it's too much.
Yeah.
Especially if you were like, say, like our age, you're at 40.
Yeah,
and you've lived your whole life without it, and it's just like it's just too much, and they wind up going right back to being deaf.
Yeah, but Tommy's was a joke.
No, I know. Oh. No, I know Tommy's was a joke, but I'm saying that's what really happens with a lot of adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a friend, Billy. Him and his wife are both deaf. The daughter's not deaf.
Oh, okay.
And he's getting it just because he wants to hear her voice.
Oh, how old is the daughter?
Now she's probably like 5 now.
Oh.
Or whatever. But him and his wife were born deaf. And,
how they meet each other?
In a deaf fucking group or something.
You were nice in this sweet little story. Like they're deaf and they want to hear their daughter's voice. What do you mean? Deaf fucking school? I don't know. Fucking deaf.
No,
deaf fucking
that was nice. I don't know.
The way you went from this
Tinder
like
for deaf people or something.
But you.
Matchdeaf.com.
Match, huh?
Yeah.
No, they met in a.
What's that, Cupid?
What's that, Cupid? Huh? Huh?
Yeah. I met her on the dating app.
What's it called? Huh?
It's a new dating app called What's That? I had a deaf history teacher in high school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Mr. Konensberg. He lost his hearing in, I think, college, like playing soccer, got like kicked in the head or something.
Oh, wow.
And he used to hum before he spoke. And you have to get, like, our first few days of class, you, like, can't help but laugh because he goes, no, did you today? You're just like, what the fuck is going on? But, like, he would hum, but, like, people would cheat on their tests by, like, because he would read lips. They'd, like, keep their mouth down. They'd be like, yeah, what's the answer to number 2? And you're like, hey. Right?
I'm surprised he didn't feel the vibration.
Well, you know when he felt the vibration? When I did it.
Yeah.
Fucking caught me every time. You're like, don't, I'm here. Take your take on my desk. Don't. I feel guilty, like doing his voice. That's exactly what he sounded like.
Yeah.
You feel like a dick imitating him.
No, that's the one good thing about imitating deaf people. They can't hear you. Imitate them, so you're good.
But I thought he didn't like me, you know, because he was always like, you know, not letting me do my thing in class.
Right.
You know, every time I got on a roll, he's fucking me up. You know,
Yeah.
trying to meet broads and shit, and fucking.
It was a big deaf cock blocker.
And then I remember because I went to rehab, then I came back, and then he's like, "You're a good kid, Joe. You're good. You're not a bad kid. You're not a bad kid. I'm just looking out for you." And like when he says it in that voice, you're like, "Man, I feel like such a dick now because your voice."
Yeah.
I feel like I've been such a dick to you, but when I graduated, he said something nice to me. I forget what the fuck it was.
It was a science teacher, you said?
No, history teacher.
History, okay.
Because I remember him talking about, did you today? Was it time?
Now he has to hum. Why?
To, like, make sure he can hear himself before he tries talking. So he'd be like,
gotcha.
And then it would start coming.
So he could get his tone.
So I guess he's not screaming
going,
at us.
Hey!
Yeah.
Right, I got it.
Hey! But it was sad. If you had to lose hearing or sight, what would you? If you had to pick one, what would you pick?
I want to lose hearing.
No way. Then you can't talk no more.
I can do that, or I can just talk.
No,
like fuck it.
Yeah, but your business, your whole existence is talking.
Yeah, but it'd be better because if I'm bombing, I won't know.
No, but nobody will be able to hear you.
Why do you talk like that automatically? I don't understand that.
Because you can't hear yourself.
So why would
You won't be able to hear yourself. You're going to start, like, talking fucking weird and shit.
So you think if I can't hear, I'm going to go from, what's up, bro, to, what's up, bro?
Yeah, or worse.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't realize that you gave, like, you're listening to yourself speak, so, tones and shit.
Thanks for that hearing lesson.
I skipped that day in science.
So that's, but I want to see stuff, man. I'm a visual guy. I like looking at the world, man.
Yeah, I like looking at the world too, but I'd rather be able to communicate, man.
Well, I'll be able to communicate. I'll fucking learn sign language.
That's why they teach sign language, because people can't talk.
Yeah, I get it, but I thought that was when you were born with it. If you've been talking your whole life and I just go deaf, I didn't think it all of a sudden now I can't talk. I'm not a deaf mute.
Nice.
Deaf.
Yeah, well, because he was a college guy that lost his hearing.
Right, but he wasn't a mute. He was able to talk.
No, he wasn't a mute. But let me tell you something.
Yeah,
he's a teacher, but if you're trying to entertain people with that, it's not going to be good.
You learned.
What?
He taught you. He learned you.
No, but I'm saying like a performer, like a comedian doing an hour going, that ain't going to work.
That's funny.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you'll probably... I feel like a dick. I'm like making fun of it, but...
You're not making fun of it. Come on. You're not doing that.
I know, but I always feel bad making fun of like people that fucking have like fucking fucked up problems with their fucking life.
But we're not making... Okay, here's the thing. We're not making fun of the fact that they have a fucked up problem. The result of every single person with that same problem is this. We're just making fun of what happens. Right. Not so much the person or the fact that it happened to them. That sucks. We're not like, I fucking got deaf. That's a scumbag move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just imitating for clarity.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not doing it like, I got a joke where I go, I have a joke that's deaf, a deaf joke, and at the end of it I go, hey, what happened? I talk like that.
Yeah.
It gets a laugh. I don't give a fuck if it's offensive. Then fucking go hang out with a bunch of deaf people, learn sign language.
I remember when Justin first got like glasses and contact lenses.
Yeah.
We go outside and he's like, "Oh my god, I can see the leaves on trees. They used to just be blur of green for him."
Right.
And like me and Carrie both started crying. Like he wasn't able to see leaves. Like we had no idea. Like it was like we felt like we had to. Like
wow.
Like I can't believe Justin's seeing leaves for the first time. It was oh my god.
I think a lot of people who need glasses don't realize what they're missing.
Right.
Like you don't visually know what's happening. Like you're like, oh my god, that's crisp as fuck. I didn't know that's how it always looks to everybody.
Yeah, it was so upsetting for us. We were just like, oh my god, this little boy in our house hasn't been seeing properly.
How old was he? 9.
Yeah, probably like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, it's just because you don't know he can't see.
No, he
tells you.
Know.
Yeah, he doesn't. We just kept seeing him squint and stuff a lot.
But he doesn't know that the leaves were supposed to be crisp. He doesn't know it.
No.
He just sees it. And now he sees, like, holy shit.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate fucking crisps, leaves and shit.
You go from, like, it sounds like it could be really nice, man. Like, we're talking about, like, beautiful stuff. People seeing beautiful things for the first time. And you have to go fucking leaves and shit. Like, and then just dirty it up.
No,
you know. Jersey fucking poetic.
All right. It makes seeing leaves more beautiful.
You can't even say it. That's how you're like your brain gets all fucked up because you need to just go basic. He likes to see green leaves and shit. You need to be.
No, but it makes you appreciate it more.
Green leaves.
Because I have eagle eyes. At least one's eagle eye now.
What?
I have 20/10 vision. It's a sight of an eagle.
All right.
Yeah, I remember. Well, now one of them's 20/20 and one's still 20/10. Because my camera eye went down to 20/20.
So your one eye's 20/10?
Yeah, 20/10.
And that's, what is it called?
Eagle eyes. It's eagle vision. It's like I see like an eagle. You know what's funny? When I first got diagnosed with eagle vision,
not saying it as much anymore.
No, me and my brother, I was dating this girl, Tara. And me, her, my brother, and his wife went out to see Kevin James in New Brunswick.
Right.
So that morning, I was at the eye doctor, found out I'm eagle eyes, and then I'm bragging about it. I'm like, I fucking see like an eagle. It's fucking, talking point over dinner. It was like, wow, yo, read that over there. I'm like, I fucking read that over there. Fucking, So like we come out, we ate somewhere in New Brunswick, then we go to park closer to the State Theater. And like I hit something, my brother goes, "Yo, eagle eye, watch out!" It was just one of the funniest things ever, man. I just had like a whole fucking shit talking hour of my eagle eye-ness.
Yeah, I like to know how they know.
Did eagles see that good?
Yeah.
Well, they give them eye tests.
No, for real? They give eye tests to an eagle?
Yeah, scientists do that shit.
See, now, these are the parts where you're making up your fucking persuasive chart right there, and I'm not buying it. Okay?
No, but you don't think scientists that study eagles said they're going to be like, well, we're just not going to see how good they see.
How do we see how good they see?
But
we're going to
giving them
grab them
fucking
into
food
a
and
chart?
shit. Do you see that fucking food over there? Yeah.
The eagle's not saying yeah. He's not.
No, they whap their wings or whatever. They
don't whap their wings.
Or whatever they do to communicate to the trainer, to the scientist. They're like, I see that over there. Whether they go get it. They're not going to go off that far for just nothing.
The reason why
what
they
is
say
that? Maybe
eagle
something?
eye, you fucking moron, is because when they're up in the sky, they can see their food and their prey so far down that they come in soaring to get it. That's why it's an eagle eye.
All right,
not because they sat, not because they did a test and it's comparingly to your stupid E47SP test. It's not the same test.
So they just guessed, like, well, they see it high up, they must.
They're not comparing the numbers of eagles see it this number, you see it. That's not where they're getting it. They call it eagle eye because eagles can see from so high up, they can see their food of prey, and they can just
let me see if I can Google how did I figure out an eagle's vision.
They're not trying to figure out their vision. They're not. What I'm trying to say is your 2010 isn't a number comparison to an eagle's 2010. They just call it eagle eye because you can see so far.
Yeah.
And clear, like an eagle.
Okay.
That's where they get the term eagle eye.
Yeah.
But don't say it anymore because it sounds.
No, but
arrogant.
they probably dissect their eyeballs and shit.
Fuck. It has nothing to do with your human eye. You don't have an eagle eye in your head. You just can see like an eagle. That's all they're trying to say.
You see, they like look at their retinas and shit. They're like densely coated with light detecting cells. Like that's how they know. They do tests.
You're dense, leak coated with something.
Yeah.
Don't read Google and try to act like you're coming up with this.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm just going. Hey, my doctor made me feel good that day.
You should feel good, but you did nothing.
It's definitely going down, though. I can tell.
Where you going down to Sparrow Eye?
Yeah. I'm Sparrow Eye now. I'm 15-year-old gray dog eye. You ever see like the old dogs with the film over their eye? You're like, this motherfucker ain't seeing nothing.
But when's the last time you went for an eye test?
A couple of years ago. That's when I learned that the one eye is less than the other.
Yeah, when I got my reading glasses, when I went for that like last year, she was like
All right, call Mike back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we got you back.
All right.
Something maybe in the Skyposphere.
That's probably where it was. I talking about my eyesight. When I went to my to the eye doctor last year, because I was starting to like not be able to read pill bottles, which is weird. I can read everything, and I always had, I guess, the 20/20, whatever it was. I never really went to the eye doctor, but I can see everything. There's nothing I'm ever worried about. But like last year, I started not to be able to read pill bottles, and when I went to the eye doctor last October, she was like, "Yeah, you've made it into 46 years old without glasses. Usually by 40, you start to need your eyes will start to go down after about 40."
Right. Yeah, I can tell.
And like when we were playing pool, just because I had to focus on the cue ball and do that distance, I couldn't. I was like blurry. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I can. If you put up anything right now, anywhere, I can read anything. But you put something right to my face, I'm like, well, what the fuck is that saying? That's just recent.
You know what? I need more light. Like I can see far, but if I used to be able to like see far in a dark lit room even.
Right.
But it seems like I need more light to make things out.
Right.
Like I used to be able to like look at my camera in the dark.
Yeah.
And just like focus in. But
right.
now I need like some sort of light hitting it to get the focus.
Yeah. Okay.
So fucking degrading eyeballs from being old and shit.
What are you, 42 or 41?
41.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's it. Fucking dying.
Eagle eyes are gone. You're gonna go. Yeah, it's just gonna slowly go down to.
Get down to lizard eye.
Yeah, parakeet eye. In your,
parakeet eye. The old parakeet eyes over there. Hi, where are you?
Pigeon eyed, and you're done.
Yeah. I got pretty good hearing too. That my family was testing it.
What do they call that?
Oh, I never.
Dolphin hearing? What do you got?
Like dolphins have good hearing?
I don't know. They have sonar. They can pick up everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I have sonar, but I was in my.
I know you don't.
I was in my bedroom, and my family was in the other room, and they were just talking really lightly, trying to see if I can hear them. And they were like shocked at how low they can talk. That I made everything
really?
out. Yeah.
Amazing what you and your family do together.
No,
just to show Joey how good he is. Go ahead, we'll do.
No, what happened was I heard somebody whispering something they didn't want me to hear.
Right.
But I already told somebody something, and they didn't take what I told them, so they wanted to re-ask somebody else because they didn't believe me.
And you heard that.
So I go, I told you that already. And they're like, oh my God. I hear them go, oh my God, he heard me? And then they're like, yes, I can hear you. And then they're like, can you hear this? And I'm like, yes. And they just kept going. And, oh yeah, but what if I asked you if this happened? I'm like, and then I said, yeah, that happened. It was like, why are we doing this?
So you can talk about it one day and talk about how good your hearing is.
Eagle eyes and dolphin ears. Who knew? I didn't even know. That science class really taught you a lot.
So you got the bionic man eye and the bionic woman ears.
I have one great eye and one good ear.
Well, that's what the bionic woman did. Remember the bionic woman had great
Oh,
great
good. I'm so
hearing.
glad that I'm turning into the Bionic Woman.
But you're also the Bionic Man because you had the one great eye.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You ever-
But
you ever
my eyes
watch
have been
Bionic
very
Man?
tired lately. I think they must be getting like, what? What'd you say?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that with my sonar
No.
and my headphones on going directly into my ear. What'd you say? You mumbled something.
I said, you ever watch the show Bionic? Did you watch the Bionic Man? The
The $6 million man?
$6 million man. Yeah, did you watch that?
Yeah, a long time ago. I don't remember it.
Yeah, of course. It was a long time ago because that's when it was on.
All right.
Did you watch?
But I have no bionic memory.
No, that I know.
Yeah,
You don't have a bionic brain.
I have, yeah, I have eagle eye, dolphin hearing, and rock memory.
Yeah. I love that. It was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. It's like every television show that was on from like 77 to like 83 was like my favorite show. I watched so much TV.
Oh yeah,
In that
was
time
all
frame.
there was.
Yeah. But I played outside.
The
all
Fall
day
Guy.
long.
I still have the Fall Guy.
I didn't like that. That was later for
Heather
me.
Thomas. I
That
had
was
her poster on my wall.
That was like 85, 86. I was already hanging out.
I was 10. Heather Thomas on my wall. Just,
Yeah.
I just want to. I just want to watch it for her. She was just so.
I never liked the Fall Guy, but I watched it. That was what's his name, right? Who was that? That was the $6 million man in that.
Yeah. He was the shit. Whatever happened to that motherfucker?
Age.
No, I know, but when did he age out of Hollywood? What was his name?
90s.
The Fall Guy.
What the fuck? Yeah. Lee Majors.
Lee Majors. Yeah.
When did he exit?
Let me go look up Lee Majors shit.
Is he still alive? Yeah, he is, right?
Colt Seaver, that was his name. And yeah, he's 77.
That's not that bad.
Looks pretty good.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
$6
see
million
when his
man.
last
Thing
his
was.
last thing. Lee Majors recently was cast in season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead on Starz,
Oh, okay.
premiering October 2016.
That's right now.
That is right now.
Huh.
Let me see what Heather Thomas has been up to.
Didn't she marry like a fucking singer?
Oh, she still looks great. 59 years old.
Who did she marry? Did she marry like fucking Poison singer or some shit? Wasn't she married to him?
Her first, she was married to Alan Rosenthal, one of the founders of Cocaine Anonymous. They
Nice.
divorced in September 1986.
And then
She then married entertainment attorney Skip Brittenham.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of
Heather Locklear,
Heather Locklear, yeah.
right? Did she marry like
Yeah.
some rocker?
Heather Locklear married fucking Richie Zambora from Bon Jovi.
There you go. I knew there was a Heather banging somebody from the 80s.
That was a good one. Knew she was banging somebody from over there in the 80s. One of those fucking
There was
rockers.
a Heather banging someone.
Heather Thomas, Fall Guy. Oh, that's my poster. I found my old poster. Beautiful.
Yeah, I liked Heather Thomas, but I was so caught up on Farrah Fawcett that I couldn't let go of her
Yeah.
for fucking Heather Thomas.
I love the broad from Three's Company.
Oh, the first one, Chrissy? Chrissy
No,
Snow?
not even some. I did like Chrissy, but I liked her replacement.
Oh, yes, she was, yes. Yes.
Yeah, so what was her name?
What, like her real name in life?
In the show, too.
What was it?
Cindy. Was it
Cindy?
Cindy? Was it Cindy?
No.
Yeah, Cindy.
Cindy
Yep.
was the second one?
Yeah, her name in real life is Jenna Lee Harrison.
Okay.
She was on. She was in Dallas too.
Yes.
Yeah, she played Cindy Snow.
Yeah, Cindy Snow. So it was Chrissy Snow's cousin or sister?
Yeah. Ooh, she looks beastly these days.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
Like, wow.
Suzanne Summers. She looks okay, though. I never really liked her that
Oh,
much.
I forgot about the third broad on it was
The brunette?
No. No, who's the,
Oh, the very
It's,
last one? Like the...
Yeah, it was Chrissy Snow, Cindy Snow, Cindy Snow was Jenny Lee. So Chrissy Snow was
The first one.
it Terry?
Terry Carr? No.
No, who was the Three's Company girls?
I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
What-
Terry. That's what that.
Terry,
it.
she was the third
She
one,
was
right?
The third one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was pretty too. She was actually.
She was pretty
good.
back then. I want to see what she looks like now.
You got to pull. What's her real name?
Look, Terry Alden, she was in the show. So Priscilla Barnes. Oh boy.
Yeah.
But this is her in 2010, 6 years ago. So she can't be looking good now.
She didn't get better. You don't think?
No, but like you look at some of them, they look better. Like not that they look better, but they aged well. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean.
Dude, have you ever watched?
2013. Let's see what she looked like in 2013. She looks, yeah, like, yeah.
Did you ever watch? I know you don't. I know those old game shows like What's My Line and Whose Line and What's My Line and To Tell the Truth. Those shows like from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, I never
Game
saw
show.
those.
Well, like the panels of like To Tell the Truth. They were like Betty White when she was like in her.
Oh, Betty White was hot, dude.
She was fucking beautiful, man. Mm-hmm. But like every game show, if you watch Buzzer Channel, every game show ever, like the 60s and 70s, Betty White is a panelist. She's like been in TV since like the 30s. She's just been.
Yeah.
That's a career, man. That girl's had a career, and she's always been funny, even when she was young and beautiful, and like like girls weren't like they weren't letting girls be stars.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Carson was always to her right. Young Johnny Carson from the 30s, the 40s
Yeah.
and 50s. It was great. I love those shows.
I love Three's Company. Like, I want to see when that's on and like set my DVR to tape a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Or see if they're on Netflix maybe or something.
Antenna TV, and then all these channels from like 4 on Vios, all these channels from like 485 to like 450. There's all these old shows.
Fucking,
Damn.
I met Larry from Three's Company. He was at one of my shows one time. That was awesome.
Yeah.
When he came up, he's like, dude, you were great. I'm like, fucking Larry. Said I'm great. And then we're going to go to the Regal Beagle.
Yeah.
He does an acting class in the area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I hear he's like, he does it like you can like, the fee could be like based on like your income. Like he doesn't
really?
have, like, it's like a pretty affordable acting class.
Okay.
When you were telling me you were going to take acting classes, I thought of it last night after you dropped me off. I'm like, I forgot to tell Mike. Fucking Larry does.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Taking an acting class from Larry
What's his last name?
in the show.
Larry Dallas, right?
Larry Dallas, yeah, that was a good character, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was like a porn guy, but
Fucking Mr. Furley, Mr. Roper, those guys were fucking hilarious.
hilarious.
John Ritter, man, one of the greatest comedic actors.
Yes. I was watching it the other day
Slapstick.
because it comes on like marathons of it. You know what I mean? Like on these
Yeah.
channels, like 8-10 episodes. And I was watching it with my son, and he was laughing. And I was like, the episodes of Three's Company are awkward situation that we all know the real story and Jack doesn't. That's every episode. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I used to get so uncomfortable that I would have to change my channel because I couldn't watch Jack make a
Right,
buffoon
right.
of himself. Like, you know what I mean? He'd be like acting like no one knew. And I'm like, everyone knows! Like, I had to change the channel when I was a kid. I'm like, yeah, everyone knows! You're embarrassing me, Jack.
Richard Klein Acting Workshop. Yep. Free to audit.
Where's it at, though?
I don't know. I'm looking at the brochure right now.
Joey Fernandez, headlines.
Headlines.
No in-depth story, just headlines.
Well, I just, what are you going to do? Where does it say? Does it say where it's at?
Nah, they want you to just... That's why it's free to audit.
But the 4-week class is $180.
Well, that's not bad. What kind of teachings is it?
It's an ongoing class which will comprise the following: comic and dramatic scene study, monologues, classic modern comic and dramatic, on-camera mock auditions with sides taken from television programming, exercises to assist in personalizing material including short original monologues based on assigned topic written by the student, In New, Richard uses media outlets to film short plays and scenes for your acting reel. Details are available upon admission to the workshop. Blah, blah,
Where
blah.
again?
Oh, Producers Club Theater, New York.
In New York?
The Producers Club, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's where I do. That's where that dude's show. What's his name? Remember the train wreck show? In
Yeah.
That's where he did it in Producers Club.
I have to look into this. Not that I always wanted to just like mess with acting a little bit, just to do
Just to
it.
have it.
Yeah, just for fun, almost.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to hang with Larry.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Pow.
Yeah. I was watching
I
Family
had friends.
Ties.
I had friends that lived. It was two girls and a guy lived together when we were in our 20s, and that was their message.
Oh, really?
For their answering machine, come and knock on our door.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for you. What were you saying?
I was watching Family Ties. That's another show I loved. Alex P. Keaton. Mm-hmm. Loved that show.
I love that show.
Right?
Man.
He is so
I have
funny.
to see them. I wonder if I would like them these days.
It was hilarious because Alex is a right-wing nut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so just
yeah.
to watch him, like, he's like, his parents were hippies, and he's like this right-wing nut. Like, they never, like, are on the same page ever about life.
Uh-huh.
That's just a funny scenario. And his sister, she was hot. Remember Justine Bateman?
Dude, I love Justine Bateman. That movie Satisfaction, shitty movie, but she's in it.
Yeah, but so is Julia Roberts. It was like a hot movie. That little blonde girl,
man.
who I have no idea who she was, but she was fucking everybody in the van. That girl, that movie Satisfaction was awesome. I loved it just because there were 5 hot broads.
Yeah, next time I have like an illness, I should just like watch like all these old shows, see if they're on Netflix, and just.
How are you feeling today?
I
said you weren't feeling yesterday. You started not feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little whatever, but I'm trying to fight it, hoping it goes away.
Oh, okay.
So, I sometimes feel like I can fight it if I like put my mind to it. Sometimes,
Right. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Get
Will it away
fluffy.
because you got your eagle eye, your dolphin ears, and your fucking, your
No, but-
horse sense about you.
Horse.
I don't know.
No, would you ever do that with a cold? Like you feel like
I
you
just
feel
gotta
it coming
ignore this
on,
and
you
just
just start
go.
fucking like what?
Yeah. Well, like ignore it. Like fuck it. I'm just gonna.
Like I'm not letting
Yeah.
this take me over.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you'll still be a little sick, but you can like get through life.
Yep.
You're just like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm not. Give me, fucking tea and shit, fucking cup of soups. Let's fucking go.
This is the part I'm talking about.
What? What?
You lead us up, like we go, like we're on board. Like, what can we do to get through this, Joe? And then it goes to fucking tea, fucking, fucking lemon, and fuck that shit and shit. Like
Honey and tea, lemons,
And shit.
cup of noodles.
cup of soup and shit.
You don't do that? We just
Yeah, I'm not
sit there
saying
dry.
No, I'm not saying the things you're saying aren't helpful. It's how you deliver the mechanism of help of stuff up until we get to the point. It's like, I always feel like I can fight this thing. Like if I really put my mind to it, like then I eat fucking this and shit, and it's like a list, but it's fucking the thing, shit, fucking the thing, and then more shit. It's like always like fucking soup and shit with lemon tea and shit.
Yeah,
with
and
some onion
shit is just
shit.
a way to like keep moving. It's like,
I
what, am I
get
going to
what
list
you're doing.
everything? Like I don't want to list
Keep doing
everything.
it.
I
That's
do a
what I'm
couple,
saying.
then and
Do
shit.
list. No, you go 4 things and shit.
I didn't. Did I say tea and shit? Cup of noodles and shit. I said no, like tea, honey, lemons, cup of noodles and shit. Yeah, and I don't want to list more after that. That's my and more.
So that's your that's your et cetera, et cetera.
That's my et cetera, and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, if I did and shit all the time, that'd be weird.
No, I'm saying though, it's always gets to this like it sounds like an educated conversation we're having, right?
Right.
And then it gets to
What? No one's thinking we're having an educated
but
conversation.
it's like you have like a real educated point. Like, I try to get through this, and then it goes through fucking it's Jersey monologues got to come out like fucking shit, cup and fucking shit. Like it's like it's like you go from like
I'm
almost
comfortable.
being
I'm not
a
trying to
doctor,
impress nobody right now.
almost being a doctor to right back to being like a degenerate.
I'm not a degenerate.
No, you're
and I'm just trying to be. I'm just comfortable. I'm not.
I know
Yeah,
you.
if I'm in a job interview, it's not going to be like, so what do you do? Well, I do Final Cut Pro. I know motion and shit. All types of shit like that. I do all types of graphics. No, but I'm comfortable now.
So if you go pitch a job for yourself, you want to take on shooting someone's wedding, how would you pitch it? Would you go, I could fucking get the groom and shit, all the groomsmen and shit.
Yeah, fucking get her getting ready, fucking, all that shit. Carry you through the whole fucking day. No, I wouldn't talk like that. But I'm comfortable here on the
But I wish you
podcast.
would.
This is a nice, comfortable atmosphere where I can be me.
Yeah. Like my car is when we're driving, I can be me and listen to whatever I want to. That's what we're talking about? Like that kind of
Listen. Yeah, you could be. Fine. Fine. All I was saying last night was I wouldn't particularly listen to freestyle music if I'm driving with my buddy. It's like girl music. Like you should, like I don't want to drive. Like I wouldn't even drive with my dad in the car, with a song "In a Dream, My Love, You Can Find My Heart." Even if I like the song, if there's dudes in the car, I'll be like, next. I need man music.
Man music.
Can't be doing love shit.
Sure, we can.
Even if you like it, no. No, you can't.
We did it. We got through it. Together.
Uncomfortably. We got it through it uncomfortably. Yeah.
You were uncomfortable. I was comfortable as fuck.
Yeah, just like if I'm driving with a girl that I'm liking, I wouldn't put on Angel of Death from Slayer. Even though I like that song, but I wouldn't put that on. Be like, yo, babe, unless she was into that shit.
Now, there's the difference. If I got a broad in the car that I'm wanting to impress and wanting to be, to impress or to fucking play it safe, I'm not gonna. My music gonna, go accordingly. But with my friend in the car, I'm not trying to touch you or anything. So
no, I know, but it just makes it uncomfortable. It's just like I don't know. I just don't like that shit.
You don't want to sing "In a Dream, My Love" with your friend. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
You can find my heart. It's like,
Yeah.
can I?
He didn't say that.
No, but you got to put on some like you started putting on the rock and roll, and it was like, yeah, now it's fucking dudes doing dude shit. You know what I mean?
We were driving.
I know we're driving, but it's
what we
uncomfortable.
Just punch each other in the arm the whole ride.
To
So we know we're
dancing
dudes.
freestyle love music.
Just talk about football. We put on football. What are we doing?
Yes. Like, we don't have to man up, but I just think you should.
That's manning
The music
up.
needs to be a little more manly. I would even take Michael Jackson. Like, if it was just like,
Right.
yeah, ooh, like, yeah, fine, because he's
He's the king
it's
of
not
pop.
in a dream, my love. You can find my heart. No, I don't even want to. No. That's alone in the car or with a broad that may like that.
Well,
You gotta know your audience.
like Bill Burr said, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I am sucking a dick with today's football picks, dude. These teams that weren't supposed to win are fucking winning.
Oh, what? Oh, your
All over the place.
your weekly pool thing at work.
Everyone's losing.
Really?
Like, New England lost, Detroit lost, Indianapolis lost to shitty teams. It's just,
Right.
and I felt that last week. I'm like, let me just pick all these. Like, these teams aren't. They got to get one win.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And these
nah, but
guys gotta get a
they're
loss.
that bad. They're that bad, these teams.
Right.
But no, not this week. They're that good.
Yeah.
Fucking suck. I'm so glad I don't gamble real money.
Right.
This is $100 for the whole season.
Yeah.
If I was like a football bettor, I'd be miserable right now.
Football better. That's how they call themselves.
That's how you know I'm not. I don't even know. What do they call themselves?
If I was a football better,
What do they call themselves?
I don't think that. Just a gambler, man.
Gambler. Got no one to hold, no one to fold. And that's a good song to listen to when you're driving with the guys.
If it wouldn't, it didn't come up though. It's in my. It's in.
It's not going to come up on the freestyle station on Pandora. You're not going to get. It's not going to come from In a Dream. What kind of schizo station is that? We're going to go
I have
Susie to the
Pandora
Gambler.
on shuffle on all my channels. I have a freestyle channel. I have a classic country channel. I have 80s, 90s metal, classic rock, fucking Black Keys. These are all channels, and they shuffle into that. When you got in, it just was on already, the freestyle channel. So I played those songs, and then because I saw your uncomfortability, I left it on that channel. I didn't let it shuffle.
All right. Well, we got through it.
We did. I mean,
it was a good weekend of shows. We had a good weekend. I doubt it, but if anybody from Lancaster's checking out the podcast, we had a good time in Lancaster with you guys this weekend. Both shows
man, it
were
was fun.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, it was fun shows.
Friday was a small crowd, but they were fun. And Saturday was an awesome crowd.
Yeah, they were good.
A lot of energy. That one cackling lady.
Oh my God, her laugh was so loud.
And she would fall asleep. She was like 100.
Yeah, no, she wasn't. She was probably like in her mid
70s
to late 50s, early 60s.
No, she's in her 70s. Gray hair, bro.
Are you retarded? Is that what is happening right now?
You think she was in her 50s?
She was in her late 50s, early 60s.
No way, 70s.
Absolutely. She was her boyfriend. I'm like, is that your husband? No, that's my boyfriend. And she was so upbeat. He was younger. He was like in his fucking late 50s, man. They weren't in their 70s.
Oh, okay.
But she was drunk, I think. And that's why she was dozing off.
Yeah.
And I was like getting mad at her dozing off. She was asleep for my whole first 8 minutes, 10 minutes. And I was like, it's right in the front. This lady's got to be sleeping. So I'm trying to ignore her and look to the left and not look at her. And then all of a sudden, I do some joke and she just it goes nuts. I was like, whoa, look who woke up.
Yeah.
And she stayed awake. She was like on the edge of her seat. She made herself stay awake. Like she leaned forward so she can stay awake.
Yeah.
But what a laugh. And like her laugh was so loud that it sounded like a fake laugh.
Yes, it sounded like a fake. Right? It was insane.
Yeah. But that's why I was like telling everybody else, that's a real laugh. That's really her enjoying herself. Like I didn't want anybody to think in the back, what is she doing? She's overdoing it. And she was really laughing that hard.
Yeah.
A little much. It was a little off-putting, but...
A little off-putting, but we had good shows. It was fun.
Really good crowd.
Good times.
Good times. And we did so much in Lancaster yesterday.
Went to Waffle House.
And that's it. Ruby Tuesdays.
That place sucks.
I told everybody, I was like, the Amish people are everywhere. And they're like in Ruby Tuesdays. They're in fucking I just thought that they would not be in those places.
Yeah, no, they probably... Yeah, I think... Do they have to, get in the house before the sun goes down? Is that what they do?
They're not vampires, man. No.
Because you don't see them at night. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see a lot of people at night. Where would they be out at night? They got to get home. They got no lights. They got to get in. They got to find shit while there's still light out.
That's what I'm saying. They got to get back before the sun's down.
I don't know if it has to be, but I saw them like 8 of them walking down the street around 6 o'clock last night. When we left Ruby Tuesdays, going to another restaurant.
I saw the two out when I was walking to Dunks in the morning. I saw two. I was stuck at a light with two Amish broads, and I was like, I should get I wonder if I should get a picture with them because it's like they're like celebrities around here.
Yeah,
but then I got scared they were gonna fucking suck my soul out with their eyeballs. Yeah. They do have a scary kind of aura. Man. Like they look like they're not blinking. Like you know what I mean? Like they're just just staring straight ahead. You're just like, all right, don't get locked like Medusa. You don't want to get locked in the eyes and turn to stone. And then they have like the long dresses, and I'm like, are they floating?
No, well. Yeah, they are a weird group. Somebody last night I ran into somebody. After I dropped you off, I went to a diner. I was starving, so I went to a diner, and I ran into some people I know, and she was like, I'm like, yeah, there was Amish people walking around the street. They probably pay them to walk around. Like, listen, we're Lancaster. We need Amish people. Get out there and walk around. They probably pay them to walk the streets.
When I've been there in the past, I saw more horses and buggies going up the street and shit. Yeah. And one time I caught a little Amish boy with his hat like staring at an ATM. I don't know if he thought it was like a robot like R2-D2 or something. But he was just staring at it, and I'm like, what?
Horse and buggies. Yeah, when I went to the fucking mall to the Tanger's Outlet Mall, there's like horse tie-ups, and there was like a horse and buggy tied up, like in front of the Nike store. Like you can't fucking put the TV on, but you could buy some Nikes. Like I don't get it. Can't you just go home and make pies and eat, man? Don't come out with us. If you're not going to take part of everything else, get the fuck back into your little farm and just live there, man. Why are you coming to Ruby Tuesdays, man? It's got to be against your religion. If you can't fucking put the TV on, it's got to be against your religion to eat at Ruby Tuesdays.
I can't believe they can't watch TV.
They don't have. They're not supposed to, right? They have
I know. It's just so sad.
Can they do toasters? No, right? They can't do any electricity, right?
Nah, they probably toast like by open fire or some shit.
Yeah, like on the stove.
Yeah, they probably have gas stove, right? Just can't have electricity.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. That's insane. Like, what a dumb thing.
Yeah.
Like I want to be like, you guys are dumb. Like, you're dumb. Like, there's shit of it. Like, what's happening?
There's no need for this. Like, I could see that you were very good at, surviving when there was no electricity, but we did it all. Look at out here. We got it. We figured it out. Jump on board.
Yeah.
It's like those shows that are on, like, Discovery Channel.
God don't like you anyway.
Like,
they're giving you this shit town to live in.
I'm watching, like, those shows. When we were away, I'm watching shows, like, on Discovery, like, where the people are out in the wilderness, like, trying to learn how to live. Like, they're not out there. They're out there on purpose. And there's a whole show about it. Like, why are we watching people who chose to be in the woods to try to figure shit out? I don't care. We have homes and cars and roofs and electricity. You don't got to be out there with a fucking spear looking for food for the night. Yeah. You're doing that on purpose, and we got a camera on you? Why? Why do we care what people who chose to be homeless look like?
I know.
Dumb shows. Dumb. That's a dumb religion. All religions are dumb, but that's even dumber.
Yeah.
That's the Mennonites, right?
There's Mennonites and there's Amish. I think Mennonites are a little bit more. They're like more liberal Amish.
Oh, okay.
They probably have a radio or some shit like they.
Crazy.
I don't know. I'm making that up, but
yeah,
they're definitely a little better.
Most of your stats.
They're a little better. Let's Google that. What's the difference between a Mennonite and an Amish? Difference between
Mennonite and Amish.
Mennonite and Amish. Let's see what we got here. The Amish and the Mennonites both trace their roots to the... this is going on too long already. There's two types of traditional Mennonites. Those who use horse and buggy. What's that fucking blasting?
I can't hear you, man.
What's that? It was some blaring fucking fan or some shit.
No, it can't just be on. There's nothing new that happened.
I'm just saying, something came through it. It was blowing. It's not in here.
All right, now go.
States that there's two types of Mennonites: those who use horse and buggy, and those who drive cars. The horse and buggy driving Mennonites, who also speak Pennsylvania German, are often confused with the Amish. Unlike the Amish, Mennonite men do not wear beards.
Well, that's a big difference.
Well, here's the similarities.
Let's hear it.
Amish and Mennonites of today emerged from similar cultural and religious heritage. The Amish split off from the Mennonite group in the 17th century in reaction to what one faction saw as liberalizing trends. So, yeah, they're more liberal.
Okay, so you got that right.
Yeah. The Mennonites are allowed to have dance parties with DJs and toasters.
Did you say dance parties with DJs?
Yeah.
That's in there.
Yeah.
Where at? I want to see.
In the subtext.
So it's not in there. You're just...
There's a number of differences between the two groups, especially when it comes to technology. Old Order Mennonites generally allow electricity in the home, as well as telephones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They made greater use of tractors as well. Older Mennonites were...
They're Mennonites too, Amish.
Yeah, Mennonites is like a more liberal Amish. It's like, listen, we're going to have a phone, we're going to have fucking a little bit of electricity in the home.
This is the meeting they're having. That's how they say it. All right, everybody. The difference we're going to do...
Okay, this is why the Amish do not use power from the public electric grid due to a belief that too much reliance on public power ties one too close to the world. Amish are cautious about worldly influences and ideas which may run counter to Christian values.
So they're like, let's just put it serious, they're like the ISIS without the violence, because they believe that their way is so precious and tender that they don't agree with any other way of life, so they don't want it to interfere.
Yeah, well, some use solar power.
That's the
They
sun.
just don't want to be part of the grid.
They don't want to be on the grid, but they also don't want to be a part of society because they believe society will influence against Christian beliefs.
Yeah, which it will, because Christian beliefs
Are stupid.
are
But
not that fun.
no. So if it's like a really right-winged Muslim. They believe that they don't want any Western influences in their culture because it will influence.
So they do use electricity just selectively. They have to be able to create the electricity.
Oh, okay.
They're not getting it from the grid.
Right.
Like buggies have. I remember seeing a buggy one time with headlights. I'm like, yo, shouldn't that guy get pulled over? That's illegal. Like,
We get pulled over by the Mennonite police.
I mean, I don't know, but it seemed illegal to me. There was a light on the fucking thing. But they do have little electric buggy lights in the carriage.
Right.
But, or they hang lamps on the carriage. That must really get...
That's illuminating.
High beams, throw some gas on it.
How far ahead does that get you?
How far ahead is what?
Like, there's a fucking lantern. How much illuminating does that do on the field? On the
I guess you don't need too much illumination. I mean, I guess a horse can brake pretty fast. It's not like you're not getting a hydroplane. I mean,
Do you think they have insurance on those things? They have to have insurance?
on the buggies?
Yeah.
No, probably
They
not. Who's
register
gonna take that? Who's gonna take that insurance?
They have to register them?
That's a good question, but I don't want to delve into that today. We can save that for when we're back in Lancaster next year.
Yeah, all right. That's good. We'll table that until next
We
year.
table that discussion. I find it to be as boring as Christian values. So let's wrap this sucker up.
Yes.
I'm not feeling well. So what do you got going on this week, bro?
What do I got going on this week? Tomorrow I'm in Lake Placid to play with the Olympic hockey team.
All that hard work's paying off. I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, man. You spend hours in the gym. No, but I have a gig in Lake Placid tomorrow. It's a private. And then Thursday morning I fly to Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm in Jacksonville Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Jacksonville Comedy Club.
Nice. Should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fun. Jacksonville. If you live in Florida, I know we have some listeners in Florida. Go up to Jacksonville and make a night of it. Get a hotel
I know
room.
Jacksonville is usually an hour and a half to 2 hours away from anybody who lives in the part of Florida we know. But
Yeah, but if you live
have
in
nothing
Georgia,
on-
go there.
exactly. If you live in Georgia, come by.
All I have this week is a fundraiser on Friday in Hamilton. I don't know what we're fundraising for, but if it's open to the public, I will post about it on Facebook.
Nice.
So that's that. And yeah, man, good weekend with shows. That was fun. It's always good working with pals.
Yes, definitely, man.
And
Makes
I'm
it
glad
so
we
much
got.
better.
Yeah. So this podcast is doing well. We're going to try and get it up on Google Play pretty soon. So we'll be on
Nice.
there as well. People can find it. And I'll probably start. Since my comedy schedule is light, I'll start maybe working on the app
Okay.
in the next few months.
All that shit you got to do the process of that.
All the stuff to do the app. That way we have our own app. We can tell people, screw going to these places. Go to our app.
Yeah. Download
One-stop
the app.
shop.
It's cheap, $550 one time, and
$550 recurring every other week. I mean, it's really not going to be that expensive for you. Nah.
if you want content,
Yeah. Now it'll be free. Of course, it's
Of
free.
course.
This is
All
what
right.
we're giving you this free content, hoping you'll come to our shows.
Hey, well, you know what? We're just giving you content. It helps us, be creative as well. Stay plugged into our creative outlets.
Exactly. So, thanks for listening, everybody. Go to MikeGaffneyLive.com for all his future dates. Go to JoeFernandez.net for all my future dates. And you've been listening to All in Our Heads.